What is up, you dirty bastards? My name is Tonic and welcome back to my channel, Bang Bang Potato! Today we're playing Bohemian Killing. This is a different type of game, really. It's a first-person kind of game. And we're trying to change events that happen inside the game in real time as we go. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Anyway, I would like to thank the developer for allowing me to try out the game. Thank you, thank you. And we're going to do a little quick play for it. We're going to play it real quickly. I can't even fucking talk today. Getting ragey today because this game already fucked with me. Now, my buddy Shook told me about this game and he did say that it was buggy and would crash. So we're going to see how far we can get into the game without it fucking crashing on us. Yes, I'm in a cursing mood today. New game. Yes, accepts. This game adapts to the choices you make. Each lie can change the verdict for better or worse. Good golly, Miss Molly. Is that what we say? Good fucking golly, Miss Molly. 10/17/1894. Hint, remember that during your testimony you're not creating history. You are lying about what has already happened. In Bohemian Killing, there are hundreds of possibilities. You can frame other people, lie, manipulate evidence and witnesses, plead guilty, or even act insane. Well, goddamn it, we gonna fucking act insane, baby.
Be here by
Now, B checks the time.
Yeah. So let's get started.
So we're checking time. X pulls out the dagger. Now, here's what I had trouble with earlier. Options. Controls. There goes my phone. Invert Y control. Yes, it's on. Why is it not inverted? Let's turn it off, I guess. Sensitivity, let's crank that up a little bit. See? Wow. Wow. This is terrible. The controls suck. On the controller controls are terrible. Whoa. Whoa. Shit. Alright, sensitivity applies to the mouse and keyboard as well. Holy shit. Whoa. Alright, let's move up. Read a book. Alright, so this is going to change something that happened. In game, time runs like in real life, and it is important to arrange a reliable testimony. Okay. Man, this fucking thing's sensitive. Enter the room. You can skip dialogue by holding E. During your testimony, it will skip a single dialogue line. During cutscenes in the courtroom, it will skip an entire scene and begin your next testimony. Alright, so I went into the room. Apparently that's where the action is going down. Shit's knocked all over the place. There's a lady on the ground begging for her life. She's not very good at scooching on her ass, so she's doing a terrible job of getting away. Press A to kill her. Alright. I had to do it. It told me to, guys. The Moonwalls presents a game by Marcin Makaje, starring Stefan Kornacard. Who's Stefan Kornacard? I don't know. He's supposed to be some famous actor in Europe or something.
Monsieur Eaton.
Bohemian Killing. It has begun.
Monsieur Eaton.
What the fuck is this guy saying? Palais de Justice. You can skip dialogues. Yeah, we've already read that shit. Alright, we're now in court.
Monsieur Eaton, I'm talking to you.
I'm
sorry, Monsieur le Président. I was thinking. Do you understand the indictment?
Alright, I'm sitting in the chair.
But I have to ask the prosecutor to repeat. Monsieur Eaton, do you consider it to be a joke? You're charged with a serious crime. Please stay focused. Monsieur Prosecutor, please continue. As I said, I accuse Alfred Eaton of murdering Marie Capet on the 17th of October, 1894.
That's why it has some fucking subtitles. Let's see. Is there any fucking subtitles? Nope. No subtitles. Well, shit. Alright. Whatever.
As I said, I accuse Alfred Eaton of murdering Marie Capet on the 17th of October, 1894.
We're being accused of killing this chick.
Paris. That day, Alfred Eaton was at the theatrical premiere of Prométhée, Vol du Feu, which took place at Opéra Garnier.
Facts presented by the prosecutor will be available during the game.
As it is apparent from the testimony of witnesses,
So this must be the hotel where he killed her.
At about 8:30 p.m., before the end of the banquet. At about 9:25 p.m., he rented a room in his name at the Caucasus Hotel.
Why the hell would you rent a room in your name if you plan on murdering somebody in that hotel?
It was in that room that approximately at 11:16 p.m., Marie Capet was murdered.
I don't think I want to play this character. He's not very smart.
And at about 10:05 p.m., he entered his apartment in the company of Marie Capet, or let her in. It results from the fingerprint analysis. It did not show the victim's fingerprints on the outer side of the door, only on the inner.
Okay.
Alfred Eaton, by means of deception or threats, led the victim to his secret workshop, which is located on the first floor of his apartment. The police report did not indicate any signs of struggle or resistance. The accused probably wanted to test on Marie Capet the prototype of a torture machine of his construction, which was in the room.
I want to see this thing in action.
Tools and manuals of torture.
I would love to see this torture device in action.
When Marie Capet realized what the accused intended to do, she grabbed a metal rod lying in the room and hit the accused on the head, which caused a real threat to his life and, according to doctors, may have caused unconsciousness.
So, got knocked the fuck out.
The fingerprints of Marie Capet's left hand were found on the rod, as well as Alfred Eaton's traces of blood. Traces of blood were also found on the floor of that room. At the time of his arrest, the accused had an extensive wound on his head, as confirmed by medical examination. Seizing the opportunity, Marie Capet fled from the apartment. She was stressed and in a hurry. This was confirmed by her numerous fingerprints secured on the inside of the door of the apartment.
Jesus Christ, this is going on forever.
Then, Marie Capet ran into a nearby hotel, the Caucasus. It was the same hotel in which the accused rented a room. As it appears from the testimony of the clerk, Marie Capet was extremely stressed, repeating the word doctor and police. Probably she wanted to call for help. When the clerk went to get some water to calm Marie Capet, she disappeared. The next day, on the 18th of October, about 8:32 a.m., a maid found her body in a room rented by Alfred Eaton. It was covered with numerous fingerprints of the victim and of the accused, and had traces of the victim's blood. The immediate cause of death was a severe blow to the abdomen in the liver area, with a blade of about 14 centimeters length.
Centimeters?
The murder weapon, constructed by the accused, was secured in his apartment.
How long is centimeters at inches? 14 centimeters. Let's find out. Let's Google that while he's talking about this nonsense.
The fingerprints of the
14 centimeters.
The accused
2
is
inches.
also charged by the testimony
5.512 inches. That is not a very long knife.
The building in which they both lived at about
it's not even half a foot long.
11:30 p.m. The witness testified that the clothing of the accused was stained with blood. Unfortunately, the said clothes were not found. At the time of committing
that's a lot of
crime,
evidence.
The accused was sane.
Is anybody still awake after watching that? As I barely am.
For committed crimes, the accused shall be liable to life imprisonment,
or the death penalty.
Has the accused finally understood the indictment?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
Does the accused plead guilty to the charges against him?
Hell no.
Non, Monsieur le Président.
Does the accused want to provide explanation?
Hell yes.
Oui, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur le Président, could I ask you for some conversation time with my client?
Of course. I just wish it would not take too much time. We've already wasted too much of it.
Monsieur Eaton, please note that you can look through evidence at any moment. It is available by pressing tab. I will show the defense evidence to the court at the time of your uncovering.
My lawyer's like, just press
during the
tab.
Testimony. It might surprise the prosecutor. If necessary, you can recall the string of events, according to the prosecution, by pressing the Q key.
Q key.
Will you need my help during testimony? I will give you my advice and remind you of important facts and events.
Alright. Do you want the attorney to help you during your testimony? Sure. Yes.
We are ready.
We want help. We want some help.
Let's get started.
We don't want to go to jail and get butt
Monsieur
raped.
Eaton, what were
Come
you
on, we need
doing
a lawyer
October
here.
17th, 1894, from 8 to 12 p.m.
There was a theatrical premiere of Prométhée that day, which was sponsored by Le Feu, in which I am the lead designer. Starting at 7 p.m., I was at
Jesus
the premiere
Christ.
at the Opéra Garnier. Around 8:30 p.m., after the play, I found that I did not want to attend the dull banquet, and instead I preferred to work. I said goodbye to Hugo Argent, president of Le Feu, and I drove home. I got there at about 9 p.m.
Alright, thank God. Alright, so
For a
now
moment,
we can look at the prosecution. Alfred Ethan's dagger, the murder weapon, designed and manufactured by A. Ethan. So unique. Found in the secret workshop of the accused. Unwashed traces of blood were found on it as well as Ethan's fingerprints. Alright. Metal rod, found in Alfred Ethan's secret workshop. And probably a part of some sort of invention. Traces of blood belonging to the accused and fingerprints of Marie Capot's left hand were found on the rod. Alright, anyway, we can look at that crap anytime we want to. No, I don't. Come on. Alright, so what's basically we can go and do different things.
I decided to go for an evening walk.
See, as we do things, your character starts testimonying. Starts talking. So I can read this newspaper.
Then I read cultural announcements.
Then I punch this guy in the face.
I entered the Café de Paris cafeteria. I wanted to drink some good wine and eat a piece of cheese. A group of Parisian rabble tried to throw me out, screaming that there was no room for gypsy thieves. They beat me and threw me into the street. I was all covered in blood.
Did you report this fact to police officers?
No, Monsieur le Président. I decided that it was not worth losing my time.
And why is that?
A second of my work is more important than a lifetime of each and every one of those plebeians. Besides, if I had reported it, I would have done them a favor.
What do you mean, Monsieur Eaton?
In jail, they would have had better living conditions than those holes that they call houses.
I understand. Please return to your testimony.
Okay, now we can walk. After we got the hell beat out of us, we got into our car.
Later, I wanted to start the car and go for a ride, but it ran out of fuel. From l'Opéra Garnier, I already returned on fumes.
Yes, so we're out of fuel.
For a moment, I admired the charming streets of Montmartre. Then I opened the gate. I
Alright.
entered the nearby hotel, Caucasus.
This is the hotel that things went down in, I think. So you can see the gist of the game, right? As you do things, the testimony changes.
I threw a coin into the fountain of the hotel lobby.
We were so talk to the clerk.
Apparently, the clerk noticed my state, but the rules of savoir-vivre did not let him make any commentary. I wanted to rent a room in a hotel, but the clerk said that a room had already been rented in my name. He said it's on the top floor and gave me a spare key.
Uh-oh.
I must add that the conversation with this man was not held at about 9:25 p.m., as according to his testimony, but at a different time.
Monsieur Eaton, do you claim that you did not rent that room?
Oui, Monsieur le Président. But I knew it could not be a coincidence. The name Ethan is not that common.
So you tried to learn more from the clerk?
Yes, however, he hid behind his professional secrecy. I knew he wouldn't tell me a thing.
I do not understand one more thing. You live next to the hotel, so why did you want to rent a room there?
Sometimes I meet up with some girls of the Moulin Rouge, and due to my reputation, I prefer not to do it in my apartment.
Did you meet Marie Capet face to face?
No, Monsieur le Président, never.
I understand. Please continue.
Okay. Alright. So let's so we go upstairs now. Whoa! Damn, it's so sensitive.
Then I opened the elevator grate. Then I took the elevator to the second floor.
We took the elevator to the second floor. So yeah, this game's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not cool. It's pretty interesting. It's definitely a neat concept.
The elevator grate.
And I definitely think that this has potential to be super awesome.
I opened the inner door. Later, I entered the room.
So let's see what happens. Nobody's here.
Then I read cultural announcements.
Cultural announcements.
For a moment, I watched the rooftops of Paris through the window.
Alright, so we're gonna go to sleep and the testimony.
I was tired after the banquet, so I immediately went to sleep. I was even too tired to undress.
Is it all you want to testify, Monsieur Eaton?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
And so I close the hearing. It is time to present your positions.
Alright, so we'll see what happens to us here. Certain parts of the game, the screen becomes black and white. It happens when a judge standing somewhere near you wants to ask you a question. You unlock new defense evidence. You leave the area of the current testimony.
Monsieur le Président, the accused tried to trick himself off the responsibility. He used cunning rhetoric, trying to hide more and more of his new lies. However, in view of the evidence presented by the prosecutor, I have no doubt that Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, murdered Marie Capet in cold blood. Please, let the High Court not be deceived by his tearful stories about a poor gypsy from the country who gained his success with hard work, and which Marie Capet so cleverly tried to destroy. It was the accused who destroyed the life of a poor girl and her family with full premeditation. And what did that poor girl do to deserve such cruel fate? She was searching for a better life.
They did a good job depicting lawyers, because they are talking a lot.
In which a dangerous psychopath lived. According to the prosecution, the accused is guilty, Monsieur le Président. Therefore, I apply for recognition of Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, guilty of all charges against him, and for imposition of the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. Thank you. Monsieur le Président, Monsieur Prosecutor used a lot of high-flown words. However, during the preparation of indictment, he made many mistakes. As to the hotel room, my client had rented the room in the Caucasus Hotel on the night of the murder. However, as he testified, he had planned a meeting with a prostitute, not to murder Marie Capet. As to the alleged attempt to use the torture device on the victim, my client did not intend to use
Okay, I can't listen to any more of this. Let's see, how do we skip this crap?
Torture machine, neither on Marie Capet nor on any...
I mean, he is talking and talking and talking and talking.
Cher fils, your father and I are quite sure that you did not do it.
Haha.
You couldn't have.
We're in
We
jail.
love you, and we are waiting for you at home. Please leave this cursed Paris and return to your home parts. Mama et Papa.
And Papa. And Papa.
Yes. Papa asks you not to mention the hotel guest book. Apparently you know what that means?
Alright, so apparently there's more to go. I don't know. That's all I'm going to play of this today. It's enough. I think you get the idea. This game's called Bohemian Killing, and I actually think it's pretty fun. Check it out. Check the link down in the description below if you want to buy it. I think it's, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see the price on it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't check that shit. Alright. Anyway, this is Bohemian Killing. Pretty interesting concept for a game. Wish it was a little bit smoother. It's a bit jittery, it's a bit buggy. It didn't crash on me yet. Now, I haven't played through a lot of the game like Shook has, but it hasn't crashed on me yet, so play this game at your own risk as far as crashes go. Alright guys, well if you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. Come back and see me more by subscribing. And say hello down in the comments. And I'll talk to you soon. My name's Sonic. This has been Bohemian Killing here on my channel. Bang bang. Potato! I'll see you on the next video.